So in this next task we're going to use the rounds and chamfers tool to create some nice rounded and chamfered edges on a 3D shape. So we're going to do this on the cube file again. So if we open that from Pupil Read, and then you could do this on any shape that has sharp edges. You could then select those edges and give them a nice round of a specific size. So if we take the cube shape and again we're going to save this as a copy, and we're going to save this to our H drive into our Creo folder, so our own personal drive. I'm going to call it chamfer round. Again, using an underscore for any spaces. And click OK, and close that, and then open that file. So we've got a cube and we've got some sharp edges, and we want to now round or chamfer those edges off. On the toolbar at the top here, the features toolbar, you can see we have the round and the chamfer tool. So if I take the round tool, and then up here in the top left corner we've got the dimension for those rounds, so that's the radius of the round that we're putting on. So I'm going to change that to 5, press return, and then if I hover with my cursor over an edge and left click on it, it will apply a 5mm radius round, so it makes it look a lot neater, takes off those sharp edges. I can then click the green tick as long as I've picked up all the edges I want, and then that applies that particular feature to it. As with any other feature or any sketch, anything you've created, it then shows up in the model tree. We could alter it if we wanted to by right clicking on it and going to edit definition, and then we could change that size if we wanted to and reapply it to those edges. So one by one we pick them up and change it to a different size. But I'm going to stick with 5mm on this one. Okay, so we've got the round feature added to some of those edges, and we're now going to show you how to use the chamfer feature. So if we pick up the chamfer tool, in the chamfer tool, this dimension here is the setback from the edge. So it's going to be 10mm from that edge inwards that it's going to chamfer. I could have it a different setback from the edge in this direction to this direction. So I could select D1 by D2, but I'll leave it as D by D for now. I'm going to change it to 5. So D is simply the dimension. Press return, and then if I pick up that edge, you can see it adds a chamfer on there. Now it's chamfered this edge because of the round here, so it's followed that edge all the way around that curve. So there we have a chamfered edge. As I said, we could create a different setback from the edge in both directions. So if I take the chamfer tool again, this time I'm going to select in this drop down D1 by D2. So let's leave D1 as 5 and D2 will make 10. Press return. Now if I select this edge, you can see it has an uneven setback. So it's 10mm in here and 5mm down there. So that's creating chamfers and rounds to neaten up shapes and take off the sharp edges.